All right, I'm going to merge two questions here.
Okay, go. Merge away.
Question 1. Why do good things happen to bad people? I like that one. It's a little switch on.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And so,
on that famous book written by the rabbi.
Right. And so then the other one is, how can there be a good God if there is so much suffering in the world?
Excellent. Why do good things happen to bad people? The reason that good things happen to bad people is because of the law of contamination. Okay, now imagine with me, if you will, that we had a large glass bowl, giant glass bowl, big, huge, giant, super, mega punch bowl up here. A king's table buffet size punch bowl. And in that punch bowl, we had water, just clean, pure, crystal water, and we spun that water. And that water was just moving and rotating. And I took a small, little, tiny, itty-bitty little bit of food coloring. And I just dropped one tiny little drop into that crystal clear moving water. How much of that water would be impacted by that red food color? All of it. Almost instantaneously, that water would be contaminated by that one little bit of red food color dye. We live in a world where that is a perfect analogy to it. See, what has happened in our world, you ever think about the story of Adam and Eve? People debate about what this story means, whether it's symbolic or literal, and I want to tell you that's an excellent debate to have, but the point of it to me is so much more important than whether it was literal or symbolic. The point of it is simply this. We, in our human history, have undoubtedly, repeatedly, from the beginning and throughout all the time, all the way to the conflict in Israel and Palestine today, to how you and your roommate get along with each other, especially during finals week. We have said at times, our way is better. We had acted selfishly. We have acted what the Bible calls sinfully. That tiny little bit. You see, think about the story of the Garden of Eden. You have the story of the Garden of Eden, and to me, it's an amazing little story because of what they do wrong. They eat a piece of fruit that God said, you know, don't eat that fruit. It's not the story of Eve going, Adam, I'm shooting heroin, it's great. It's great. They don't rob any banks, no one gets murdered. It's one tiny little act of rebellion. You see, it's my conviction that as we say, God, you're wrong, I'm right, we contaminate our world. And that contamination doesn't just break good people. And it doesn't just make injustice happen to bad people. That bit of contamination makes everything broken. Environmentally, socially, psychology, personally. It makes it so cancer happens to babies in old middle life. It makes it so people that lie, steal, cheat, and steal sometimes do well. Because we live in a fundamentally broken environment. Now that may be hard to take, but it is also hard to challenge. Someone here stand up and tell me that the history of our planet does not provide evidence that this is a broken place. Because it's a broken place, bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people.